Crypto. The more I look into this project, the more I like it. ORAI OraiChain, a layer 1 blockchain with AI. Pretty cool. And a much bigger ecosystem than I first thought. Now, if you guys are interested in me doing an overview of what this project is, I'll be happy to do that. Let me know in the comments below. But today, we're just going to take a look at the tokenomics real quick and then get straight into the price. Currently, OraiChain is trading at $4.67. It has a circulating supply of 2 million, a maximum supply of 19.7 million. I like that. Market cap for this really cool project is only 9.5 million. Extremely low, given it lots and lots of room to grow. All-time high for this project was February 20th, 2021. I didn't even know about it then. When it reached $107.48, all-time low was 91 cents, which was just 4 months ago in November, and dang, I wish I was on top of my game then. Just a quick overview of the price there. We can see where it peaked out here in February of this year, and it got up to almost $12 according to OneMarketCap, $11.04. And now we kind of worked our way back down, which gives me a great opportunity to keep building my bags. Did you guys know that you could stake this for like 27% interest? Yeah. All right, let's just go ahead and dive into it. Now, jumping over to the weekly, let's take a look at what we've got here. You can see right here in this area, it went parabolic, and that's when we went up to that $12 area, right? Now, it broke that parabola, and it came back down. But look at this other shape that I've got here. It's a more rounding shape, and it's holding to that. I got some very solid touch points on here, so I'm watching this very closely. Now, if I see it break down past this yellow line, if it comes down below 450 or something like that, I'm going to look at these lower areas here. Weekly support comes in at about $2.26. I've got a Fibonacci area here at 2.68, and then I have another area here, the 786 area at 3.24 cents, which would be excellent buys for this project because this one has so much potential to skyrocket to the moon. Imagine just getting back to its all-time high. What was it, $107? Okay, so before I take you on the wild ride of what I've got with price targets and everything else on the smaller time frames, on the weekly, let's look what we got here. After drawing this trend line, we have a possible shoulder, head, and possibly could be making another right shoulder over here. So we could have a giant inverted head and shoulders, which means upside. And not only that, when I draw my trend lines here on the bottom, we can see that we are in a falling channel. These channels have about a 70% chance to break to the upside. Now, if we take the measured move from this, same as the head and shoulders, same for the falling channel, bring us to the same places, depending on where we break out. Assuming that we break out by July to the upside, we could come on down, but it would just put our target lower. But let's say July, that would bring us up here to this area about $19.73, close to the high that we made November 24th, according to KuCoin. Now, quickly looking over the weekly indicators, you can see that we have some bearish divergences playing out. Stochastics are coming down, bringing our price down that we've been seeing. Money flow is staying even and trying to go to the upside. VWAP is kind of doing the same, staying even. So we're kind of going sideways and possibly down some more. Now, one thing I want to point out is on the weekly MACD. Now, you can see we're taking a bearish turn here. Now, if these cross over, that's definitely some more downside for this project. And we see our histogram is coming to the downside. There is some selling pressure on some of the larger time frames. Now, currently, we found support at this 618 level, and that was from this move right here, and that has been holding very well. But let's take a look at the daily just to see what kind of information that gives us. Indicators on the daily are also suggesting that we are coming down a little bit. Kind of the same situation. However, we do see the VWAP, volume weighted average price, this yellow section here is curved down, starting to curve up just a little bit. So we've got a few days here of some more down or down and sideways, and we have officially on the daily broken that 618 level support. Now it's starting to look like maybe this rounding bottom shape may not hold, but we may be in for a surprise. Have to keep a close eye on that. Great if it does. If it doesn't, I would expect it to come back down and retest this trend line, and we could be looking at $3.27 for OraiChain, which would also be a 786, a great place for a secondary bounce. That would be the main target that I would have to fill up my bags. Now, as you see here on the daily, we broke into the upside of a falling wedge pattern. Now, this is a steep falling wedge. These do not have the upward movement and the upward potential as a more shallow type falling wedge. Now, there is still a chance that we get a bounce here off this line and start coming up to our higher targets. First target would be about $6.56. And while I wish that I could tell you definitely what it's going to do, I am not a fortune teller. We just work on probabilities that we are presented. A good possibility we could see is to wick down here and form a double bottom coming back up to this area we just mentioned. That scenario could also play out. So my personal game plan is to stag my orders, biggest, fattest orders down here at the bottom, and just kind of taper them up up to about this area of about 417, because I am building a big position for the bull market that is coming next year and the year after. But regardless of whether we get a break to the upside from here or we come down to these lower levels and take our time working our way back up, these other levels are still extremely valid. And I will do another video just to double check these later on, but these levels should hold for months and months. So our very first targets we want to look at, we're short-term traders trying just to get in and out of this. Maybe at 565 would be your exit point, 661 and 702. Where you guys doing a little bit more of a swing trade, you can look at targets of about $7.94 right here. And especially this one right here, this yellow line, the 618 Fibonacci, that is an area that I do expect us to get a lot of resistance and a pullback. So at 887 in that area would be a great place to take some profit, maybe even sell half your position, wait till price comes back down to these areas, probably around 668, buy back in, build those bags, baby, and then wait for us to get to our next target, which would be about $9.17, and possibly this measured move from this falling wedge here takes us up to $10. Now beyond that, for some of you very much long-term holders, I have prices at $11.79, $13.88, $14.97, and the main goal that I am looking for to take some serious profits would be $16.54. And just to give you guys a little insight about where this project can go, it could easily come back up to $59, 618 retracement for this whole move. So targets of $36, $47, $59, $74, $84, even $95 are not off the table for this next run, because this is how crypto works, baby. I'll be posting a copy of this chart in our Telegram group. It is a free place where you can find all kinds of learning resources to learn how to do what I do here, and also some great trade setups. All the cool kids are hanging out there. If you guys are interested in finding out just more about this project, about what it does and what you can do with it, let me know and I can do a video that does an overview where we look at more than just price and actually look at the project, because I'm planning on taking my coins off and staking these babies. Until next time, my name is Lane, your Crypto Road Dog, reminding you you are in crypto at the right time and you got this, baby.
Gary was a man who thought he could do crypto, sharing at the SEC. Gary fooled us all, we thought he was a hero teaching blockchain at MIT. Well, get back, long get back and leave crypto alone. Get back, long get back.